There are many ways to interpret history and your life. One of them is to interpret the universe being on your side, or you being powerful or effective. The other is that the universe is against you, or neutral, or random, or that you are not powerful or not effective. And the approach of Tony Robbins and others is to just have you perpetuate a story for yourself that you're improving, and therefore you'll be more likely to improve. And that's fine, if that's where you want to take it. But I think there's an uncharted territory, and that is to have a surrender to uncertainty, to be okay with uncertainty. And key to this is detaching from thoughts, not taking your desires and your aversions and your fears seriously. They could be true, they may not be true. They're just opinions happening in the brain. And what I talk about in my free ebook, you can click below for it, is that a key aspect to this is to send your past self unconditional love. Because what happens is my belief, my experience is that the mind wants to make sense of things. And that itself can bring suffering, because things don't necessarily have to make sense, and the need to have them make sense. If you need things to make sense, if you need to know if you are powerful or weak, or if the universe is on your side or not, what happens is you begin to be in resistance. You begin to spend a lot of mental energy judging events. You begin to react with fear and desire and aversion to things that are coming down. Instead, what I'm suggesting is a comfort with uncertainty. You don't need to have a conclusion. You don't need to have meaning created. If you live in a major city and you're commuting by car, what you may encounter is that some people let you in and some people don't let you in. And I submit to you the most likely thing is that it's just random, whether you happen to be in front of someone who is kind, or someone who is in a rush, or someone who's going to let you in, or someone who's not noticing, or someone who's stressed. I think there could be something else at play, right? But to operate under the assumption that you know for sure is going to lead to a very stressful commute. Instead, you just do your best to get to where you need to go without hitting the other cars, and that's it. Anything else is superfluous. And so the same with our relationship with other people, like our boss, or our spouse, or our children, or our parents. We may be constantly trying to gather evidence to support some pre-existing idea that we have about how those people are, how those people view us, how those people treat us. And that can lead to expectations if we have a very positive view, or it can lead to seeing everything as another example of how they're just not being the way we want them to be. Both of those, however, are just creating stories and don't allow us to be free and spontaneous and present in that moment, responding appropriately in each moment, because people are not fixed, right? They change all the time. You know it from your own self. So I guess the topic of this talk is to move beyond topic, move beyond organizing principles. And for a lot of people, they're just not ready to do that, I would imagine. It's maybe a little disorienting to not have conclusions about yourself or the universe. But I would submit to you that needing to have a conclusion, needing to have that certainty, is the cause of suffering today, and maybe for all of time. So see if you can just allow a little more uncertainty into your life. Don't require things to make sense.